Wow.
Like, I'm sorry that you're offended that this man has a vagina.
Do you date a lot here?
At the end of the day, we're all here because we're not all there. We're literally squatting on government land.
Can I come in? No. Nice. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
Thank you.
So many books. Oh my gosh. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for having me. Is it cool if I film?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, cool. How are you? I'm Matt. Nice to meet you officially.
Hey.
I like your haircut.
Thanks.
It's sick. Dude, this place is amazing.
Yeah.
So you run this place yourself?
I built this place.
You built it?
Yeah.
Oh, and your eyes are so blue. They're so pretty.
Oh, wow. I feel like they're really red because I'm baked out of my fucking gourd.
Nice. Oh, I'm jealous.
I honestly kind of forgot that you were coming here. So I was like, oh, it's Monday. After the weekend, like the weekend is my busy time.
Yeah.
Because that's when the tourists are out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna get ripped. And
As you
so
should.
Monday is like my Friday.
Yeah.
Or I guess it's my Saturday. Do you want a cold one or anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you. I brought you stuff though. Okay, I brought you like random stuff because I know you're gluten free, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've ever tried these noodles before, but they're like.
Those are really good. Yeah.
Okay, I brought you 2 of these.
Yeah, awesome.
And then 3 random books. You'll take any books, right?
Yeah, you just put them in the blue bin there.
Oh, cool. Okay. I love it here. And then I also got you weed, of course, as promised.
Oh, cool. Thank
This
you.
one, and then also.
I don't think I need to get any more high. I don't think it's so fucked up right
And then
now.
these edibles, which I've never had before, but maybe they'll be good.
Oh, sick. Okay, I'm gonna have to hide these from myself because, as I said, we do hide, and it's candy. So.
And edibles are dangerous, like,
They
because they're so
are.
yummy, and then like an hour later, you'll be like, I'm not stoned, and then an hour later, you're like so messed up, you know?
Yeah, edibles like royally fucked me up. Okay, do you want this bag?
No, you can have it if you want it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't like this at all. It was in absolute shambles.
Was it?
It was bad, yeah, and I built most of the usable space that you see today.
It's beautiful. What's this? Is this like made out of car parts? Or what is this made out of?
That is called soffit, actually.
Oh,
it's
cool.
For like, it's for wicking moisture off the sides of houses.
Oh, okay,
Along, like a roof or something.
Yeah.
But you know, out here you just kind of use what you can get your hands on.
It's so cool. I've already noticed. I feel like everyone out here is so artistic, and like I don't know what I was expecting,
or
but
just hot and desperate, and then you find something and you're like, that makes some shade.
True. Wow.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
It's so cool though. I'm so into it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess right now because it's been off season for a while.
It looks spotless to me. Like it's so organized.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Here.
It reminds me of like a treehouse, like a really cool treehouse.
It is a treehouse.
Oh yeah,
It's
wait.
literally a treehouse.
It's literally a treehouse. That is sick.
You know, you have to drink a lot of water to stay hydrated, so it's just like you're constantly pushing it through your system.
Yeah. Yeah, and how do you get clean water here?
I filter it.
Oh, nice. I have like so many questions about that, just about your like life here. It's so interesting to me.
That's crazy because like I was literally just sitting on ass watching Drunk History and getting baked out of my mind, and I'm like, wow, I'm the most boring individual that I've ever met.
No, but that's the thing. I think people that think they have a boring life actually have an interesting life, you know?
Well, I mean, I do live in a tree, so I guess there's that.
Where do you go to the bathroom if you have to go to the bathroom?
In the bush or my outhouse.
Oh, cool.
Before I had my cats, I just was going absolutely insane with how many rats and mice there were. Like, I remember a couple of nights where I just like completely snapped, and it was before like all of this was built. And I was sitting over here on like this stool under, we had like a little gazebo that we had built for shade during the day, and I just sat there with a fucking pellet rifle in my hands like, the entire night.
Like a badass, just waiting.
Just like, they're gonna start running around, they're gonna start coming out, and I'm just gonna fucking kill them all because I'm losing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I stayed up for like an entire 2 nights just like shooting at mice and rats as they ran around the fucking house.
Once you have like one, you know you have, because we had mice problem, and it was just like, it was just endless. Oh, we got a doggy too.
Yeah, that's Satan.
Satan?
Yep.
Oh, Satan, that's a cute name. Satan, hi. Can I pet you? Oh, you're friendly, aren't you? You're friendly, aren't you, Satan? This is so cool. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy I came.
I am like a weird type of masochist where I just like, I can't just sit
I get it.
and be like happy with what I have and what I need. I want
You always want more.
I want less. I want to have nothing and nothing to like care about or worry about. Like when I was traveling over the summer, I had just had my 2-door car I bought for $200. Wow. It's a 96 Mitsubishi Mirage with just like a handful of things in it and my backpack. And I was like wanting it to break down so that I could just be living out of my backpack. As a teenager, I lived out of a backpack and was like living on the streets and couch surfing and like, so maybe that's just like how
The way, yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I'm just comfortable with living out of a backpack. I know where all my stuff is. It's right there.
Right, right, totally,
I
totally.
don't have to worry about like all this other shit.
Can I come back there and see what it's like? Am I allowed back there?
No.
Oh, really? That's the employee only?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You point a camera in any direction in
Yeah.
this fucking place, and
It's-
it's like a work of art.
It's so well lit, and
Uh-huh.
there's like a green shadow on you. It's nice.
Yeah, I'm really passionate about aesthetic. Like, just because I'm building with literal, like, garbage and salvage doesn't mean that you can't use your brain a little bit and make it pretty.
It's so creative. It's an art exhibit in its own right, you know?
Yeah, I'm kind of into, like, function and non-function alternatively. Like, I went through an anti-feng shui phase post, I didn't go to college, but, like, when I would have gone to college.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, I was playing around with, like, putting things in exactly the wrong and most suboptimal place.
So, like, give me an example.
Like, I had a couch that was sawed in half with a chainsaw. I was on a bunch of drugs and I sawed my couch in half with a chainsaw. And then it was in front of a doorway. So in order to get into another room,
climb over the couch.
you have to like walk over this fucking couch, and it pissed everybody the fuck off. Like,
That's amazing.
But I also am into like functional art. This is not just like an art piece and a display, but it's also a functioning library that serves a lot of people.
It's so great. And so locals come to this library and they can just get books, or how does that work?
Yeah, and there's free stuff. I just distribute food and clothing and like pet food, sometimes medicine. I do basic medical treatments, like people come to me to do stuff if they're desperate. Like, I'm gonna tell them, I'm not a doctor. I'm a fucking drunk idiot with a knife. But if you have no better options, then let's fucking do this.
Oh yeah, they're lucky to have you here.
Yeah, I've stitched up a few people. I've lanced countless cysts and fucking, treated a lot of infections. And I also distribute antibiotics.
For like people and animals and stuff too, or what?
Yeah, just anybody who needs them for free, for nothing.
Your main source of income is live streaming. Because I watched a live stream of yours and people were tipping like $100.
Sometimes, yeah. It's always when I'm the most in need to. And I never like straight up ask or like try to, like make people feel like they should give me money. I'll just be like, yo, I'm poor as fuck. Here's my link if you want to be really rad.
Yes.
That'd be cool. And, people kick it down. And it's like kind of like what I did post high school when I was living on the streets and just like busking, except it's online so I can reach a bigger audience instead of sitting on a street corner and being like, hey, cool looking person there, you want to give me $1?
Yeah, yeah. Where are you from originally?
I grew up in Minnesota.
And then how old were you when you moved from Minnesota?
I didn't really move from Minnesota. I was homeless in and around the state for years after high school.
But then how'd you get here?
I was on the road for 3 years.
Are you close with your family still or not?
Some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family situation is a little complicated. I was adopted when I was a baby. And my parents that raised me, my adoptive parents, got divorced and both remarried. So then I got, like, more family. And both of their families are super big, too. So it's like...
That's kind of cool, though. Like, do you know all of them or not really?
Yeah, I have a lot of family.
That's awesome.
It's a lot, but they're all really rad, and I'm super glad to have them in my life to whatever capacity they're in my life.
Right, right.
But like, you know, they're like for the most part in Minnesota and really like conservative, and I'm a genderqueer fucking anarchist.
I'm into it.
So it's kind of like a lot of
really
emotional labor to be around them.
Do they know everything about you and like your pronouns and everything like that, or?
Kind of. I mean, yeah, but it's like, you know, some people just choose to not learn and don't try. So those people I just kind of don't, you know, if they're not going to put in any effort at all into knowing me, then I'm not going to go out of my way to try and impress them.
Totally. I feel like that's a lot of like older people, like they don't understand the pronouns and so they just like they don't get it or something, you know, and it's just
I'm okay with them legitimately being ignorant.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's annoying, but when you're not just ignorant, but when you're like aggressive about it and you're like, I'll never refer to you as your chosen name because you'll never be that to me because you're, you know, like just like denying a person their identity.
It's not right.
Yeah, and that happens with some of my conservative relatives. So that's kind of what I've been going through for the past, you know, decade.
Yeah, when did you like change your pronouns and come out or whatever you went through?
Like legit like almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
I mean, I kind of officially came out maybe like 7 years ago, I want to say. Like, you can't ignore it now. But, like, yeah, I've always been queer. When I was a little kid, I would, like, dress in boy clothes all the time and want to be addressed as he, him. I remember my mom telling me, like, well, if you keep acting like a boy, you're gonna turn into one. Like, that was supposed to scare me.
You're like, great.
Yeah. I remember seeing 2 little girls holding hands on the way to school, and my mom got like straight triggered about it. Like, she was just like, oh, that's not okay. You're not supposed to like holding hands with your gal pals like that.
Yeah.
And they were okay with treating me as a masculine person, but you do gay shit and that's like...
That's when it crosses the line.
No, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was pretty confusing.
I remember when I was a kid, like, I would wear, like, bandanas tied around my head to have, like, longer hair, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's just funny, like, queer people, like, we all have our stories when we're kids of, like, things we did to, like, explore the other identity, you know what I mean?
One of my best friends came up with the name Cornelius.
It fits you, like, it's you. It's you. Like,
I knew at the moment she said it. She talked me into setting up a Facebook, and she's like, oh, yeah, dude, you need to get on Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook now. And I'm like, oh, stupid fucking Facebook. Fine. And I'm like, I'm not going to put my real name on here. Fuck this stupid website.
Yeah.
And whatever. And she's like, you should call yourself Cornelius. And I did, and then people started calling me that in real life. And, like... I just kind of knew then that that's
what it was. I love it. So, in Slab City, what is, like, queer life like here? Because I, honestly, before I came here, I would have thought... I don't know what I would have thought, but I probably would have thought that there wasn't as many queer people as I think there maybe is now, that, like, just, like, meeting you.
There's tons.
I don't know why sometimes I get nervous in situations where I'm, like, I'm openly gay and how people are going to react to that. It's way more open than I thought it was going to be.
Slabs is, like... the most accepting place I've ever been. Like, yeah, there are your oddball dipshit tweakers that are total transphobes, but it's like, they're not that threatening. It's
Yeah.
just like, sit down, Deborah, like...
Yeah, we are here, yeah, and queer, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry that you're offended that this man has a vagina, like,
Right.
get over it.
Right.
And that's about how bad it gets, but, like, pretty much everybody that is anybody in this town at least is respectful to queer folks. It's just like, that's just the fucking standard here. We don't judge people for the... I mean, we can judge people and we can even tell them that we're judging them. But, like, at the end of the day, we're all here because we're not all there. And that's, like, kind of the underlying thing about slabs. We're all fucking weird and insane. And that's just, like... That's just the bottom line. Like, you have to just be okay with that. And, you know, being queer falls under kind of that, like...
Yes.
You know, different sort of category, and that's kind of why we all come out here, so we can be free to be who we are.
And it's so refreshing, though. Like, I live in LA, and everyone has this expectation of being this person, and it's like coming out here, it feels freeing, and like...
Yeah, I mean, that's all well and good, but you also, like, it's really positive and inspiring and such, but also you have to think at the same time, like, we don't have access to a ton of resources. People live in absolute fucking poverty, and we're literally squatting on government land. So if that is the best option for a person that is queer or trans or neurodivergent, then that's kind of a sad narrative, isn't it?
That's interesting. I didn't think about it like
you
that.
Know?
Yeah. Do you date a lot here?
I fuck.
Cool. But you're not looking for something serious.
No, I'm poly. I have a few partners that are long term.
And what are you gonna do when you move away?
Visit them.
Do they live in Slab City? Do they live all over?
No. I have partners all over.
Do a lot of people date other people in Slab City, like together? Like they'll meet somebody here while they're living here, and you know.
Yeah, I feel like pretty much every camp is low-key a polycule.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Do you think people actually enjoy living out here? Like, cause it's like, seems like you have a great setup, and like, I mean...
I'm literally losing my fucking mind. I don't want to be here right now.
Yeah.
I'm like hella dead inside. Like, I've been hella dead since like the day I was born. I'm just, you know, I'm really goth. That's all there is to... No, I've had a lot of like hard life experiences, and... I don't, like, want to be dead, but I don't really want to not be dead, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm at this point where it's just like, I'm existing, this is chaos, and I'm into it, it's fun, but like, you know, I'm just nihilist as fuck. I'm definitely a lot more friendly to people when they give me money.
As you should, oh my gosh, yeah,
Yeah.
Totally.
Like, I'll fucking be extra patient with people
if they got that cash.
Kick it down. Yeah. And I hate that, but
no, that's the way of life.
That's it. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not a greedy little shit.
It's not greedy, it's just what it is.
I'm trying to get by.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. I ain't ashamed of it.
I know. Everyone's trying to get their money somewhere or another, you know?
Yeah, I actually, I'm usually like a real heckler when people want to come and shoot at the library.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'll be like, "What's in it for me?" You know.
Well, I mean, that's fair because like.
Well, you brought fucking edibles and shit like that and weed. I'm not worried about it. It's just like I can't even care right now.
Yeah.
I don't feel like even putting forth the effort.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me.
I've like really fucking like squished the balls of some people. Like
I'm glad you didn't squish my balls.
No, not like literally, but proverbially.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not polite. I'm kind of a dick.
You don't seem like a dick to me at all. You've been really open to me. Like I really appreciate it.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean it. On next week's Our Queer Life, he taught high school choir for 17 years and is now a gay male escort. This is my conversation with Trevor. What do you say your job is if someone asks you that you don't trust? Are you ever nervous that your old students are going to find out what you do now? What is the difference between a prostitute and an escort?